We cannot escape the realization of our limitations because they often confront us every day, dragging us down at times into depths of despair. Our relationships and health bloom at times, often to the point where it seems that the nature of life's ups and downs might not apply to you. But eventually, the manifestation of withering shows its inescapable nature, leaving us many times without answers. It is common knowledge that a healthy person might visit the doctor for the inescapable, perhaps the flu or some other insignificance, but from there on, you are being diagnosed with the worst possible illness, incurable, making the financial strain in coping as devastating as the illness. And as your illness progresses, causing unbearable pain and suffering with no hope or possibility of a solution, you might conclude that life is no longer a blessing. In such a state, living feels like just a perfect, well-defined burden, psychologically bringing you to your end. Life is full of obstacles and difficulties, mountains that grow as you climb, and sometimes the only way to withstand the step of the unending journey is to navigate through your mind by hoping and believing in something greater, far greater than who you are, something beyond your limitations. It doesn't matter if you believe in the heavens, even if there is no heaven, as long as your beliefs give you hope beyond your illness, hope beyond your pain. As long as your story reframes the impossible into possibility, psychologically you are climbing your mountain, completing your miles. The excruciating pain of a bad toothache is easier to bear when you have hope for a remedy. This hope and belief makes suffering more bearable. Why suffer more in reality when one can suffer less in illusions? Without such hope, pain often leads to despair, and in extreme cases, to self-destructive actions. Therefore, seeing solutions beyond your problems and recognizing capabilities beyond your limitations is vital for maintaining your mental health and sanity. Our potential to conceive of something greater than ourselves, even if the conception of beyond ourselves is not realistic in our reality, is yet our greatest realization and one of humanity's most profound achievements. In some cases, there is no solution to your problems, no escape from your suffering except through death. But then death itself becomes part of the story you wish to escape. So what can you do? Even dreams provide us with clues, a simulation of virtual reality, offering experiences beyond our physical reality. Although automatic, they demonstrate that men transcend their physical limits, experiencing things outside of their reach. Similarly, hoping and believing in something greater than ourselves need not be tangibly real but can be profoundly true. That is, whether God exists or not is not the most important, because believing that He is, even if He is not, still does the trick. Your dreams might not reflect physical experiences, but they are true in that they allow you to go beyond your current reality. This capacity to see and believe in something beyond our immediate suffering is crucial for coping and maintaining sanity. It allows us to escape the confines of our physical struggles and find solace in a greater, more hopeful vision of existence. Here is another perspective that you might not have considered. Anyone who challenged the Roman Empire and spiritual leaders by declaring themselves a moral and spiritual leader outside of what was accepted would likely be killed. Understanding that the Romans and leaders used death as a tool to maintain respect and control through fear, Jesus embraced this fate, knowing that opposition to the custom would inevitably lead to his execution. By presenting his death as a voluntary sacrifice, Jesus reframed the event. It was not the Romans nor leaders who killed him by their own will and authority, but rather he who willingly gave his life. This act of self-sacrifice undermined the Roman and leaders' victory that they sought to claim through his execution, transforming it into a testament of his own moral and spiritual leadership. What does this all mean? If you have to die, then die your best death. If you have to suffer, make it your best suffering. When there is no escape, the only option is to transform it into a purposeful act, embracing it as your reason for being.